welcome back to Champion the Passion, a weekly pro wrestling podcast where we inspire you to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love. I'm your host, my name is Victoria Daisy, and today we're going to be recapping everything that happened last night on Monday Night Raw. But before I dive deeper, don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms, and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. And guys, this is our first episode post Thanksgiving. I took all of last week off because I really needed some time to just recharge. I had family in town and I just wanted to have 1 week where I just didn't create and I could just rest. And I'm so glad I did that because I really was inching to a burnout and I did not want that, especially with the holidays coming and, the new year approaching. I wanted to be ready to go, especially this week is the week or no, I'm sorry, next week is the week John Cena retires. So I needed to be ready to go, and I'm happy to report I am. And also, if you ever want to keep in the know or be in the know for whenever I take breaks like this, or if I just don't have an episode going up on a specific day, then please follow me on Instagram in my broadcast channel on my Instagram page. I update you guys all the time about everything going on in the podcast. You guys are the first to see the episodes and everything like that. So definitely go join that. It's free. It's kind of just like a group chat type of thing. And you'll get all the updates on Champion the Passion. And speaking of new things, yesterday I launched my very own Patreon site. I am so excited about it, or Patreon page, I should say. And on there, you can pick between 2 different tiers, Ringside Crew and Main Event Club, to unlock so many fun things. You will be doing exclusive live streams, exclusive videos, member only polls and Q&As, and truly so much more. It's going to be such a fun time. So the link is in the description. It's patreon.com/It's Victoria Daisy for more info. I am so excited. But let me stop rambling and let's dive into the opening segment of Monday Night Raw with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Now, they reflected on War Games since that was this past weekend, and they said that even though it took some time for everyone to get on the same page, they ended up winning the war, but the fight is not over. They may have won at Survivor Series, but like they said, the war is not over because of the Kabuki Warriors, and now they want their revenge. And so they said that it all begins by taking the women's tag team championships from the Kabuki Warriors. So they called them out, but instead, Charlotte and Alexa came out. Yeah, didn't expect them to come out. That was sarcastic. They had a problem with the fact that Rhea and Io wanted a title opportunity. And the reason that they're upset about that is because they still have yet to get their rematch. So Rhea told them to get in the back of the line because, they couldn't beat them. So, oh well, get in the back of the line, which definitely ruffled some feathers with Charlotte because, Charlotte does not take crap from anybody. And she told them that if they think they're so much better than them, then they should just prove it. So, of course, it was made official for the main event that we would get Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And I really like how they not only open the show with the women, but specifically the women's tag team division. I feel like we're trending in the right direction to really put more of an emphasis on it and just more prestige and making it worth our while. And so I'm really happy that they did that. It's unfortunate that when an opening segment happens, I know exactly what's going to go down, right? Someone's going to come out, say something, someone's going to interrupt them, and then they're going to have a match. That's the formula we get every single freaking week. It's not creative, it's lazy booking, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. Anyways, so I will say though, just the one positive is that they're highlighting the women's tag division, so that's great. But let's head into the first match of the night. That's a part of the semifinals for the Last Time Is Now tournament. We had Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Now, this was a really fun match. I think both LA and Jey have great in-ring chemistry, which led them to be able to do the coolest move sequences and spots. The crowd seemed super engaged, which was great for being the first match of the night. And in the end, LA Knight won and is now advancing to the finals and will face either Gunther or Solo Sikoa, which we'll talk about later. And as much as I would have loved to see Jey win and go to the finals, I am really happy for LA Knight that he's gotten something. I know he's not going to win it all, but at least it's something, right? And after the match, Jay had the fattest crash out alive. He made ringside like a rage room. It was actually hysterical. And they're continuing to tease the imminent heel turn that we're just waiting for. He even had a backstage segment later on in the night with Jackie Redmond where he was just so out of it. And so I just think it's really coming soon. We're kind of like hanging on by a thread right now with this babyface run, and I'm so excited for when he turns heel. All right, let's head to the Judgment Day segment. Dominic Mysterio got on the mic to talk his crap. He said that because he beat the greatest of all time, John Cena, at Survivor Series, that now makes him the greatest Mysterio of all time and the greatest luchador of all time. Then he said that he couldn't have done it without his Judgment Day family, but most importantly, he couldn't have done it without Liv Morgan. So he called her out. She came out, got a roaring pop from the crowd, and is back and better than ever. Then she talked about how she's heard some things about the Judgment Day, that they're weak and they've lost their goals, but now that she's back, the Judgment Day is back. And during this whole segment, I really was reading the body language and faces of the other members of Judgment Day, and it just felt off. They all look like jealous NPCs. It all looked like they had been conspiring prior to all of this. It just felt like there was a separation, a distance between like Liv, Dom, and then everyone else. So I'm just really curious to see where we're going with this. I think ultimately it's going to lead to Judgment Day's inevitable demise in 2026. I really do think they need to end at some point. It's dragging out a little too long, and I would like to see a better development with their group. After that, we had a World Tag Team Championship match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defending their titles against the New Day. This was an interesting match, and unfortunately, I have lost all interest in the men's tag division, unlike the women's. Nothing interesting ever happens, and that's exactly what we saw here. I mean, AJ and Dragon retained their titles, which was absolutely no surprise. I don't know how much longer the New Day is going to stay in mourning. It's so stale, it's not even funny. But let's head to something that is not stale, and that is The Vision. They had a segment which Paul Heyman kicked off by shouting out everyone who was a part of their War Games team. He shouted out Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and then came to the group and shouted out Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and then he kind of gave like the official welcome to Logan Paul into the Vision, which I was really curious to see because obviously they were going to be accumulating some alliances, if you will, for War Games. So I knew that not all of them were going to be a part of the Vision. Like Brock wasn't going to be a part of the Vision, or Drew, right? But I was really curious to see, does Logan Paul join the Vision? And it seems that he has. Paul Heyman said, quote, "He fits the vision of the future," which I love. Then after that, he handed the mic over to Braun Breaker, and he got on the mic to cut probably his best promo of his entire career. He talked about his match that he's going to have against CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship on January 5th, which is going to be the 1-year anniversary for Raw being on Netflix. That's going to be in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. So it's going to be a really big show. And I'm really excited to see him go face to face with Punk. I don't think Punk will lose the title, but again, you never know. And he was full of anger and said that on January 5th, he is ending CM Punk. Now, those are, of course, just cliff notes. I need you guys to go watch it if you haven't, because it was so good, so generational, and truly, he is becoming the future of, or the face of this entire company. I think 5 years from now, we're going to see him be the true face of this company. He's going to be the next Roman Reigns, the next Cody Rhodes, Punk, etc. And I'm so excited to see it. But let's head to the semi-main event. We had the second match in the semifinals for the Last Time Is Now tournament, Gunther versus Solo Sikoa. This was a really great match. These two are so incredible and worked really well together, shockingly. I enjoyed all the spots and move sequences that they did, and it really had that big fight feel, which is something that I feel has been lacking from the weekly shows. So I'm really happy that, that match felt that way and was that way. I thought there was a lot of close calls, and even the ending was really great, but in the end, Gunther won and is now advancing to the finals. We finally made it to the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament. So it's going to be Gunther versus LA Knight. I don't remember when that match is happening because obviously it has to happen before Cena's final match. So maybe next week on Raw. I think they might have announced that. I don't recall. But anyways, let's head into the main event. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now this was a really great match, okay? And I'm so ecstatic that, like I mentioned before, the women not only got to open the show, but now close the show, and specifically continuing to highlight the women's tag team division. All four women had great chemistry in the ring, from the storytelling aspect all the way to the move aspects in the ring. And the match was going so good, and I was so excited. But then, of course, they had to ruin it because the Kabuki Warriors came out to interfere in the match, and this boils my blood so much because it's just lazy booking. I mean, it's so annoying that you can never have a clean finish nowadays. It's always the same thing, week in, week out, rinse, repeat. It's the same finish in every main event, whether it's men or women. I thought this would be different, and here I am being incorrect. And then Bailey and Lyra Valkyria came out, and so did Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel. And there was just bodies being laid out everywhere. But in the end, Judgment Day stood on top with the tag titles, making their statement. And so I'm really curious to see what ends up happening. I also thought it was interesting that we're all of a sudden forgetting that Roxanne and Liv don't like each other. So that's really interesting, unless Liv is just playing her, which I hope that's the case. But whatever, we'll see. Let's head into my overall thoughts, though. I thought it was a pretty solid show. It wasn't epic like Triple H claimed it would be, but my match of the night really was Solo Sikoa and Gunther for the Last Time Is Now tournament. Now that was epic. That was really good. My segment of the night was the Vision segment. I thought it was an absolutely generational promo by Braun Breaker, and is leaving me so excited for not only his match against CM Punk January 5th, but just for his future and where he's gonna go. I think what would be cool is if he lost to CM Punk on that 1 year anniversary show, and then go ahead and win the Royal Rumble, and then go to Mania to face CM Punk again, and then actually win the title there. I feel like that would be really fun. It would elevate him so much, and I don't know. That's probably not going to happen, but I hope it does. But overall, I'd rate the show about a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like that's a pretty fair rating. I don't know. Maybe it could be a little higher. I thought Triple H saying that it was going to be epic was really a letdown, because obviously it wasn't epic. It was just a solid show, but a little bit better than mediocre. I don't know. My brains. Oh my gosh, my thoughts. It's been a long day. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this episode of Champion the Passion. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms, and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. Don't forget to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.